I don't want to do anything.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
This is the 3 Matt podcast. That's my intro, guys. Short, sweet, and to the point. I don't understand what the problem is.
Alright, fine, I'll do it, Jin. Jeez. Hi, welcome to a 3 Matt podcast. The podcast with the same 3 guys with the same stupid name. I'm Stupid Matt.
I guess I'm Stupid Matt too.
You messed it up. It's Stupider Matt.
Oh.
And then I'm Stupidest Matt.
Oh.
Yes, and
I
yes.
didn't see where this was going.
Oh. You missed.
God damn it.
Anyway, here we are with our stupid little podcast again. Back to you with our 3rd episode. We're just going to ignore the fact that we skipped over an episode that never got posted. So this is our 3rd episode. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who actually care.
How many views did we get on the last one?
Well, I don't know.
Probably like
10.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Double digits.
Oh yeah. We hit double digits, guys. We made it.
I linked it to like a couple other friends. I don't think any of them actually listened
So
to it.
we have 10 friends.
Well, I watched it too, so does that count?
I tend to ignore the fact the first one exists because of how poorly done, how poorly it was made.
Yeah, and the background noise.
And then how the fact we were all falling asleep. Well,
You were falling asleep.
Well, yeah. Well, what I was lying down on this comfortable bed of mine.
Hey.
You.
Okay. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about all sorts of things, but we're mostly gonna be talking about Doctor Strange. Why? Because we just saw it maybe about a little over an hour ago. We just came out of the theater, and we would like to tell you our thoughts on it. Starting with Matt, what did you think of the movie since you're the big comic book guy?
I liked it. It was a good movie.
Is that it?
Yes, it was a good movie.
End review.
All right, Matt.
It was pretty good. Also, it had cool special effects and explosions. That's usually all I look for.
Well,
Yes, we're all looking at you.
well, personally, I thought it was good too. I liked it. It was as good as I was expecting it to be. But at the same time, I don't know. I kind of felt like he suddenly had powers that he shouldn't, or it wasn't shown that he learned himself. But I guess it was because we were taught through maybe like the library scene in the beginning that he teaches himself.
Oh, yes. Spoiler. Or did we say that?
No.
Well, now, go see Doctor Strange. It's a good movie.
Yep. Pause the video.
Pretty good.
Go to your local theater, purchase a ticket, sit through the movie, and then listen to this.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, there was a scene. I guess it was telling us that the reason why I guess it was foretelling or whatever, but that the reason why he knows all sorts of spells is because he was teaching himself whenever he wasn't being taught by the masters. But like, I don't know, even though I know that the movie was teaching us that, it still didn't feel like that he should have known all these sick, nasty powers that he was doing. Except when it came to the Eye of Agamotto. I don't know. He kind of went through that book pretty quickly, so that was.
That said, he had a photographic memory.
Yeah.
So I guess he just goes through every book once and then he knows everything.
And he can just recollect it from his memory. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, it's not perfect movie, probably not a great movie, but it's a good movie.
And we all enjoyed it.
Yep, very enjoyable. Benedict Cumberbatch with his slightly off American accent
Yeah, that was kind of.
was very likable.
I couldn't tell an accent. I heard you guys talking about it, but I couldn't hear it.
It's like certain scenes he says things a little weird. Yeah, but most of the time he sounds like House.
I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Hugh Laurie is
That's
British
right.
too. And
Yeah.
you hear him talking, is all.
Yep. Yeah. When they switch to their normal accent, it's very. It
Distinguished.
doesn't make sense because I'm so used to hearing Hugh Laurie with an American accent, and the moment that he switches to British, it just fucks with my brain. So Benedict Cumberbatch, you know the guy Wong?
Yeah.
So his name is Benedict Wong.
I saw that. I saw that in the credits, and I was trying to think. I was trying to think. How do they how when they were on the set? How do they help tell the difference between each other?
Hey, Benedict.
But I figure maybe they just actually called him Wong in real life, and then they called Benedict, by his name and stuff.
And I also noticed. I don't know if you guys are watching. What's it called? Marco Polo on Netflix.
Nope.
No. Nope. But you guys know kind of the idea of Marco Polo.
I know the real Marco Polo.
I know the game Marco Polo.
Okay, well,
I know him from history.
Kubla Khan,
Mm-hmm.
Kubla Khan or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wong actor plays Kubla Khan in Marco Polo, the series, the Netflix series, and that was kind of weird for me to see him without his
Mongol accent.
Yeah, no, I mean yeah.
His Mongoloid accent.
He doesn't really use a Mongol accent, so it's kind of like the same voice. Which also messes with me because I keep thinking Marco Polo stuff. It's weird.
Was that like his only role? His only prominent role, or anything?
I think he's been in other stuff.
Yeah, but
Can't
they're
remember.
like kind of minor stuff.
Yeah.
But that's cool though. Wong.
Anyway, how about that? The post-credit scenes. Well, the mid-credit scene and the post-credit scene. What did you guys think about it?
The mid-credit scene was kind of weird because he meets with Thor and then he's saying that he's come to Earth with Loki, but in the previous Thor movie where we last left our characters, he believes that Loki is dead.
Spoiler for me, since I didn't see it.
You're not gonna watch it. If you haven't watched it already, you're not gonna watch it.
We could make him watch it.
Screw that. I don't like Thor that much.
You don't like the Thor movies?
Nah. I thought the Thor one was okay, and I thought Thor 2 was not that great.
It has that one chick from Two Broke Girls.
Kat Dennings.
I like her.
Wait, which one is her? Was that the blonde one or is that the hot one?
The brunette one.
Yes. So I'm guessing the hot one, according to you.
Yeah, the one who's supposed to be poor girl.
Yes.
Yeah, she's actually hotter than the blonde girl.
Yep, she's in Thor 2.
That's cool. I guess I would watch it.
She's in the first one too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is she the girlfriend?
Huh?
No, Natalie Portman.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Natalie Portman.
It's Natalie Portman's friend.
That's cool.
Where was I going with this?
Where were you going with that?
I don't know.
I was just saying that Thor wasn't that good.
Oh. So I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, we were talking
she's
about.
in it, so that you should watch it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where I was going.
I was talking about where they last left off in the Marvel films, and I don't know what was going on in that mid-credit scene because Thor's talking about something that hasn't happened in the movies.
So maybe that scene is in a different time.
Because the new one, Thor Ragnarok, he's supposed to be teaming up with the Hulk to go into outer space and do stuff. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's meeting with Doctor Strange.
Well, clearly it's over Loki and Odin, according to the mid-credit scene.
But Loki is impersonating Odin.
Maybe he knows.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I know. I was just throwing it out there.
Oh, skip to the after credit scene.
It was kind of cool. I feel like they're taking a page from the Sith philosophy of the Force.
How? What exactly?
So in the post credit scene, I forgot the guy's name.
Mordu
goes and steals the power from the guy who uses his power to walk.
He goes all Highlander on a fellow sorcerer.
Yep. And he says too many sorcerers. So it's saying that he wants to pool all the power into one person so that you have a pool all the power into one sorcerer so that you have more power in that one person. Which is the exact same philosophy as the Darth Bane came up with the Force, because if you have you need the rule of two is basically you have two Sith lords who pull from the dark side, and they have more power because there's less of them. It's like I believe it's the metaphor is that you have poison and you draw power from the poison, so that if you have more people drawing, it becomes a weaker poison.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I want to just simplify your whole thing because I know where you're going.
Yeah, like that. Simplify. Please.
What?
I'm just rambling.
Yeah, in Star Wars he kills off everybody else, so there's only two guys using the dark side, so that it's more concentrated. Supposedly.
Like orange juice.
That's why there's only ever two Sith.
Mm-hmm.
The Master and the Apprentice.
Okay, so back to sorcerers and wizards and stuff. Does that rule actually apply?
Who knows?
Good.
I haven't really read the comics.
Well, what good are you on this podcast then?
What good are you? What do you know about Doctor Strange? Let's see your encyclopedic knowledge.
Nothing. I'm the token guy that doesn't know anything about movies or comics. I'm here to be enlightened by the both of you, since you guys apparently are walking encyclopedias of fucking movies and comics and stuff.
What did you think about Mordu turning bad?
I felt betrayed.
Betrayed?
That's how I felt.
No, I didn't. I saw it coming.
Well, duh.
Because, in the comics, in the comics, Mordu, he's called Baron Mordu.
Oh.
And he's...
That's cheating.
What?
You had future knowledge of this.
Past knowledge of this, you mean?
Past knowledge of the future.
Yeah, in the comics, his origin story is kind of the same. He gets crippled in his hands. He can't do surgery anymore, and then he bankrupts himself trying to find a miracle cure, and he gets to the Ancient One. Mm-hmm. And he says, but then the Ancient One says, I can't cure you, go away. But then while he's there, he discovers that Mordu is planning to kill the Ancient One eventually and steal his power, so then Strange, he's magically bound to not be able to tell anyone by Mordu because he gets found out. So he stays at the temple and learns magic to defeat Mordu and save the Ancient One. But then twist, the Ancient One knew all along, and he was just keeping Mordu close. And then now Strange has learned magic, and he shall become the apprentice. Yes, and he learns magic and becomes the Sorcerer Supreme when I guess the Ancient One dies. I can't remember.
And the Ancient One's a dick. Is the Ancient One a girl in the comics too?
No, he's a super old guy.
Oh. The Ancient One's a dick.
God.
What? No, he's wise. He's keeping his enemies close.
He made Strange go through all that studying just to learn magic.
He
He'd be a normal guy.
He didn't force him. He could have slapped Baron Mordu around, but no. Strange had to come and save the day.
Well, I knew he eventually become Sorcerer Supreme. Like how I view Strange, based on what I know of him, is that he's like this. He's basically just this all-knowing guy, like on par with who's someone I can use for comparison. All-knowing guy on par with Dr. Light, I guess.
Dr. Light?
Who's that?
Right, no, not Dr. Light. Is that
Dr. Light?
No, that's Mega Man.
Yeah, that's Mega Man. What does Dr. Light know?
Wow, he's pretty powerful.
Who's that?
Now that you mention it.
Oh, who's the guy from the DC side?
Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate. There we go. Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
See, I was close.
With magic people, with magic items.
Yeah, but that's basically I don't know. I've always viewed Dr. Fate as an all-knowing person,
Like magic.
who, because of his magic, and he more or less knows the answers to almost everything, I guess. So seeing Doctor Strange in this movie, kind of I know it was his origin basically, but at the same time it was it felt very weird for me.
It's like parallel.
Yeah, in the comics, he spends a lot more time training, I guess, after his origin story to become the Sorcerer Supreme. And in the movie, it just he's still in the very, very early stages of learning magic, so he's not quite at the Sorcerer Supreme level.
So do you think he's gonna? Do you think?
I guess they probably did that just so he wouldn't be so overpowered. Because in the comics, he's the big man. He's the single protector of the Earth realm.
He needs to be nerfed.
and he can do anything because he's magic. And he fights Dormammu man to man in the comics. That's how he meets Dormammu, which is the big bad in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cape, is that really a thing in the comics?
Yep, he has like a whole bunch of like objects, and then he like invokes gods to give him power when he needs it.
Wow. Doctor Strange sounds cool.
He's like, I'm getting beaten. Like, he calls on some god, give me some power.
And the gods are like, okay.
Yeah, he's probably. I think it's like, from what I can recall, it's kind of like how Naruto has contracts with like stuff so he can summon them. Doctor Strange has contracts with like extra dimensional beings, and so if he can summon power from them. But he doesn't actually like put his hands on a scroll and summon a big toad.
Well, why not?
Because that's not 60s, man.
Summoning from a scroll is too advanced for them. This was what you're saying.
They're not anime enough.
Biting their finger.
Yeah, that's another thing. And the movie, a lot of the special effects were all like super complicated.
Yeah.
Whereas in the original Doctor Strange was really like 60s psychedelic, and everything was all tie-dye. The special effects reminded me of Dark City. You guys ever watch that?
Nope.
Yep, didn't think so. Yeah, it's kind of like The Matrix, and it came out almost at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was like they had the power to like shape the world, and it would like the buildings would like grow and shrink and make different buildings. And it was kind of like the special effects in Doctor Strange.
That's cool.
Yep, that's a pretty cool movie.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Doctor Strange, they're gonna do a sequel to show him becoming the Sorcerer Supreme? And if they do, who do you think? Well, I don't know. I'm not well versed in what kind of antagonists for Doctor Strange there are. Is there anybody stronger than Dormammu that he could fight?
Probably. Yeah.
The Hulk.
Oh, Doctor Strange versus Hulk. Who wins? Probably Strange.
I don't know. What are the win conditions? Is it to the death? Or can Doctor Strange just cast the levitation spell and leave the Hulk there, hovering 2 inches off the ground, and he can't do anything?
Yeah, that's
What?
That's true.
Well,
yeah, that's all you really need to do.
If you just immobilize the Hulk, does that count as winning?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You make the Hulk levitate so he can't use momentum. Okay.
Yeah, and then he's beaten. But if it's to the death, then I don't know if Doctor Strange can actually kill the Hulk.
So in other words, but could the Hulk kill Doctor Strange though?
I don't think so, because all he has is his fists, and he can always keep them at arm's length no matter what. I don't know.
Well, Hulk.
I guess Doctor Strange could kill the Hulk if he wanted to. Teleport him into the sun or something.
Wasn't Doctor Strange involved in sending Hulk to World War Hulk?
Yeah, but they just tricked him.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, get in the shuttle, and then they shot him off to another planet.
Yep. And then he ended up in gladiator style world where they ended up revolting, and then he made his way back to Earth.
Very mad.
Yep.
He was very mad when he had a whole army, and he had his wife that he made.
Oh, that's right. No. He was by him. He was on his own. After they revolted on the gladiator world, he had his wife, and they were just gonna stay there, but then the ship that he was sent in, like it blew up or something, and killed the wife, and then Hulk got pissed off and wanted to go back to Earth to get his revenge.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember now.
And then spoiler alert, it was actually one of the dudes on his home planet that did it so that he would go back to Earth and kill everyone. Surprise!
Yeah, I think I remember reading something about that. And I remember he was going around to all the people that were involved.
Yep, all 4 of them.
It was Reed Richards, right?
Yep.
Reed Richards, Doctor Strange,
Iron Man,
and...
who was the last one? Don't tell me. but I know who it is. You want?
Magneto.
Probably. No,
I know it
no.
wasn't. I know it wasn't Professor X. He wasn't around when it happened.
It was the first person that he beat up. You want a hint?
First person that he beat up.
Yeah, when he came back to Earth.
The Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk.
The
Of the four, it's the first one that he beats up. That probably doesn't help, but
my God, I feel like I should know this. I'm gonna be so mad.
yeah, I don't know. You might, probably do.
Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Iron Man.
It's the group of people that I confuse with mutants all the time.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
Got it.
on the dot. Boom. No,
Nope.
you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
Fuck.
you can do it. You can do it, Matt. Guess groups. Start off with groups.
People. You said people that you mess up for mutants.
Yeah,
You confused
so
for mutants.
I always confuse X-Men and this group.
Avengers.
What?
X-Men and this group. I don't really know very many groups.
See, because I always think that they're mutants, but they're not mutants.
I don't think he knows.
Yeah, I don't know if you know. Do you want me to give you the group and then you can kind of figure out from there?
Okay.
The Inhumans.
Okay. I vaguely remember hearing about the Inhumans.
Yeah, I always confuse them. Because it's like they're kind of like. How do you? Oh, never mind.
Not Captain America, right?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Definitely not Logan.
They're like a subset of humans with like various powers. And they all live together in this one city.
And it's like it was the
Terrigen Mist.
Terrigen Mist that like awakens their powers.
I was gonna say Nick Fury, but I guess not.
Nope.
I don't think you know.
Yeah, I think I give up. Who?
Yep. It's Black Bolt.
Okay, yeah, I definitely don't know who that is.
Unless he was in a Capcom game. You don't know.
Yeah, he was. No. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
I do remember though that he did try to go beat up Professor X, but then he found out that Professor X wasn't involved in sending him.
What?
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, there was like a whole bunch of people like in that group, and they all split off because they're all idiots.
Yeah.
They're the smartest people in the world, and they're all stupid.
Yeah, so after Professor X told him he wasn't involved, but he would have agreed with their decision, the Hulk decides to leave him alone because he realizes Professor X went through a lot of, you could tell he went through a lot of shit already or something like that. And I think it was around that time that House of M finished, I think.
Did he get crippled again?
Probably, fucking, I don't
For
know.
like the 20th time?
Lost his legs again. Yeah, I don't know. I was reading on his history and he got, oh my God, that poor guy. He kept getting crippled left and right and getting his legs back and then losing it again. So where are we going with this semi-weak tangent?
Something about Thor and Hulk.
Yeah, we were just talking about Thor
We
and
were
Hulk.
just.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I asked who would win, Doctor Strange or Hulk,
Oh,
and then yeah. So he does actually fight the Hulk, but he doesn't. I feel like he didn't want to fight at full power because he felt bad for doing what he did.
I guess.
That's probably what
Yeah.
happened.
oh, Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Or Black Belt? Oh,
Yeah.
Black belt.
Black
oh
Belt,
the Black Belt.
the lesser known C-class hero.
Do you guys watch what's it called? Luke Cage and what's it, the other one?
Nope, I don't have TV, so I don't watch
It's
TV.
Netflix.
I don't watch Netflix, even though I have it.
Yeah. It's Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
And Daredevil. No, I haven't
Yeah,
watched.
I don't
it.
watch any of those stuff.
I've been trying to get into it, but it's like
People say it's good, but I don't trust people on this stuff.
Yeah, people tend to have very exaggerated views, and they're usually the ones that aren't really.
Or like they like it for reasons other than its quality.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it's like the show is actually good, or it's like, oh, it's got a woman in it, or it's about a black guy.
Or the action looks cool.
or there's explosions.
I seen like the trailers for Luke Cage, and it's like the special effects don't look that good.
It's got slow mo.
It's like it's just Smallville again. It's in the hood.
I never watched Smallville.
Me neither.
Smallville was dumb. I loved it. It was so terrible.
I know. I remember seeing my cousin, like, growing up, I saw my cousin, he was always watching it whenever I went over to his house. I never saw the appeal because it wasn't a cartoon. And at the time, I didn't even know it was about Superman. I think it was only until maybe after high school, I was reading about Smallville, and I was like, oh, it's about Superman? Oh, maybe I would have watched it if I'd known that when I was a kid.
I watched it, like, in, like, high school, college. Yeah, it was just so dumb, like what the stuff they would do, like, oh look, he's gonna be Superman, but he's not yet. It's all these dumb like hint thingies, not really hints, they're just really stupid things.
Isn't it like
and everyone who finds out his secret identity gets hit by a car.
What?
Yeah, they always use the exact like same like shot setup where it's like a wide and the person's walking off into the background, and all of a sudden from off screen, car. Oh, they're dead. I guess his identity is safe now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, was there an actual reason for that, or
So nobody knows that Clark Kent's identity.
like who would it always hit? Like, was it like actual?
Whoever learns his identity
So it could not be like, is it people like actual like people with a name, or was it just like,
in the show,
oh,
you know.
so like not like some? It wasn't like an actual nobody. It was just.
They're like actual key characters, but they're not. There are no comic equivalent key characters of these people.
No,
They're just TV show key characters.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, so they get hit by a car and then they die, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
It's random people apparently.
It's like
People just get hit by cars all the time.
What kind of place is Smallville where you get hit by a car every single time?
you would think the government would do something about this.
What kind of stupid show have you been watching, man?
You could go watch it. It's so stupid.
I don't want to watch it.
It's so dumb.
God.
I'm pretty sure that's where Arrow came from. I don't know why people like that show.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's the same thing.
My coworker, like he's watched all of Arrow as it came out. Like he said, like once you get past like season 2, it's supposed to be good, but I can't get past season 1, man.
So in the later seasons of Smallville, they introduced Green Arrow, and he basically turned into Batman, and he's forming his little proto Justice League with these like C-list villains. I mean heroes.
Oh, I was like, villains.
Yeah.
Season 2 is kind of a far way off. That's like, you need to be really committed to get
Yeah.
that far, and that's kind of a far way, long way away to be.
To get to the point where it's good.
Yes, exactly.
It's like,
And also,
shit.
Green Arrow is technically Batman, just without the money. Just saying,
Have you seen that comic where he takes Harley Quinn into the Arrow Cave?
What?
You haven't seen that? Have you seen that?
Nope.
Oh, so there's a part where he kidnaps Harley Quinn. I don't know what the context is, but he takes her to his lair, and then she goes like, oh, what is this? You probably named something stupid like the Arrow Cave, and he kind of just stares at her and whatever, and he says, we should probably call it something like the Quiver, and then he goes, that's not a bad idea.
I actually think I did see that.
It's like, damn, the Quiver.
Like, wait, it was from a comic, right?
Yeah.
Was it like like the animated series like art style, or was it like actual comic art style?
Actual comic.
Oh, okay.
I feel like all these CW shows, they're trying so hard to be serious, and they're like denying how stupid the show is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they try to do it with a straight face, but the straight face just keeps cracking.
No, it's like it's like The Room, where like they're obviously putting all their effort into it, but it's just like everything they're doing is not good.
Yeah.
It's like this is not dramatic at all.
I feel like they're just riding off of the comic book hype that Marvel's created. Everybody's so into like, oh, origin story. Let's see how this person became the hero before they're the hero, and then they kind of ease you into them becoming the hero, and it's like, oh, hype, yeah, people are just gonna watch.
So we've been talking about movies a lot in this podcast. Let's talk about video games for the first time.
Okay.
Video games. You know what I've been playing?
I hate
I
video
played.
games.
Loser, you're the only one who buys video games. I was playing Resident Evil, the Resident Evil remake, because it was free on PlayStation.
You don't say.
Yep. For the very first time.
What did you think about it, Matt?
Wait, this is the first one?
Yep, the first one.
Remake of the first one.
Yeah, I was playing the remake. They they re-released it on PlayStation, I guess.
Yeah, because it was originally remade for the GameCube,
Yeah.
like sometime during 2000s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the first time I played it, and I was pretty used to tank controls because I played Onimusha.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Do you know what the tank controls are?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you loser.
So basically, let me grab a controller right here for reference. So basically, tank controls are the only up makes
And if
you
you're
move
listening
forward.
to this, go look it up because we can't show you,
Yeah.
and I don't want to describe it.
When you press up on the D-pad, you go forward. When you press back on the D-pad or down on the D-pad, you go back. Left and right
I'll just turn.
will just turn you, and that's how you gotta be able to maneuver around like that. There's no
Yep,
instant turn.
You
or
maneuver
anything.
like a tank. You have to manually go left,
I see.
turn your character left and right, and then push forward.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also like more modern controls where you can just like use the like you just move around like the analog and stuff, and that makes it easier. But who wants to do that?
Thank God. It's a remake of the old stuff. You want to be able to play like the old stuff, right?
Ah.
The full immersive experience.
But sometimes it's easier to just use the joystick. But I used basically like a hybrid of both. Like when I just wanted to run, I would use the stick, but then there's a lot of points in the game where it's just easier to use tank controls for me, because like has fixed camera angles, so sometimes you want to be able to maneuver a little better without having to reorient the stick, because in the remake, if you hold down the stick, you'll just keep walking in the same direction, and you can't exactly turn, even though your orientation has turned when you switch camera angles.
Did you get all of that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. It's one of those janky things where like some games have. Yeah,
kind of.
if you know, you know. Audience, go play some janky games.
So basically, what did you think of the game?
I thought it was kind of an old game. A lot of it was pretty archaic, but I could see how it would have been the shit back when the greatest thing was Crash Bandicoot.
I'd say that's a fair review.
Yeah, it was probably really good at the time, but like it's probably like a lot of the impact and the supposed horror, air quotes,
Yeah.
it's kind of blunted by my having played Dead Space, which is basically Resident Evil in space.
Mm.
Yeah. And I just got really used to the facing danger and not freaking out like apparently most people do, and throwing the controllers.
I'd probably be scared.
Yep. I'm more of the school of the Onimusha, where you run right up to the monster and yell, "Attack me!" and then you counter and insta-kill them.
Yeah, that's basically how I played. Like, I couldn't play Resident Evil when I was young because I was scared of... Like, I had this irrational fear of zombies when I was a kid. So I couldn't play any Resident Evil game or any game with a zombie in it. And I couldn't even be in the same building as that game with a zombie in it. But, like, for some odd reason, Onimusha didn't scare me that much, and I could play it easily. I think it's just because, like, I didn't feel so
Wait.
restricted.
You know, Onimusha has zombies in it.
Onimusha has like demons.
Oh.
Yeah, they're demons.
Yeah, and they have some monsters that kind of resemble zombies, but they're not as like slow and intimidating. And stuff. Well, I guess they're even more intimidating because they run at you with a sword.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, in Resident Evil, I would just like run right past the enemies or whatever.
well, that's
Just-
technically what you're supposed to do.
Or like I feel like no, like what you're supposed to do is like plan and like get distance so you can shoot them. But I would just like run up and juke them all the time. Juke.
That's what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to save your ammo.
That's only when you know what the game is. When you're not playing it for the first time, like I was.
So did you play it again?
No.
You only played it through once?
Yep, I just needed the experience. And then I watched Chris's cutscenes on YouTube.
Oh, Oni?
What?
Who?
Chris the Redfield.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, what kind of Resident Evil fan are you, man?
Fucking, I didn't know you were talking about Chris. I didn't know you were talking about that Chris. So you played through as Jill then?
Yep.
You got to the Jill sandwich part?
Jill sandwich. Yep.
Did it make you cringe?
No, because they didn't have the same voice acting.
acting.
They had better voice acting in the remake.
Oh.
I went back and watched some of the
Wait,
original ones.
Do you know the Jill
No,
sandwich?
I
You
don't know what this is. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, there's a cutscene in the game. Well, rather, there's a part in the game where you go into a room, and the roof starts slowly falling down, and you gotta, and you're basically trapped in there, and you gotta figure out how to get out. I don't remember exactly how you get out. I think there's like a switch in the wall or something.
No. Oh yeah, there is a switch, but you have to have the broken shotgun when you take the shotgun off to switch them. Otherwise you just try and get out, and then Barry saves you.
Oh, okay.
Barry just busts down the door.
Yeah, something like it was like one of two things was gonna happen, but you eventually get out, and Barry is one of your friends. Wait, do you know who Jill is? She's an icon in gaming. Okay, Barry is one of the people that comes with you to the house, and he comes and saves you.
That's the guy that the kind makes fun of all the time.
Who, Gavin?
Yeah,
Oh, I guess so. Maybe
because he like busts doors down and he's all charismatic.
and gung-ho.
Maybe, yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, like if you look at it in a joking way, yeah, that's kind of true.
Okay.
But
Continue.
yeah, and he's known amongst Resident Evil fans as being a badass because he walks around with a Magnum. He's the only guy that I can think of that actually, well, like walks around with a Magnum. Sorry, and after he saves you, there's like this. He says this really corny line of dialogue, and it's become very memorable amongst like Resident Evil fans. Jill comes out and this is in the old classic voice
And
acting.
they had bad acting.
Bad voice acting.
in the first PS1 version of it.
So she basically goes, "Oh, Barry, you saved me."
Exactly like that.
And then Barry goes, "Wow, you were almost a Jill sandwich." Oh, Barry. So basically, you gotta hear it. I don't do it enough justice. You gotta hear it for yourself.
Or you can just go look up like Resident Evil memes, and they'll give like stuff like Jill Master of Unlocking or something.
Yeah, but then, or you could just go on YouTube and type in like Jill sandwich or something,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah,
it'll bring
there's like a bunch of memes that came from that first game.
Yeah.
From the bad voice acting one.
Yeah. So they basically did the exact same thing in the remake, but they updated the voice acting so it doesn't sound as as corny and lame. But it's still the line of dialogue is still kind of corny, but it's like hilarious corny. It's like, oh god, really? Like I don't remember how they do it.
I think they replaced it with "You were almost thin enough to fit in a sandwich."
Oh.
That's what they changed the line to.
Wow.
It's not the same though. Jill sandwich is better.
Jill sandwich.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Do you think they changed it because they want to get away from that meme?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame it.
Yeah.
But it's so good though. It's bad and good, but it's just so hilarious that people just love it.
Yeah.
And because of that, they also like kind of attach. I don't know. I want to say they attach that to Barry, I guess, in a way. But I know in Resident Evil 5, there's a game mode. It's called Mercenaries mode, where you just go around and you try to kill as many zombies and monsters as you can within a time limit. And you can go around and like hit these markers that'll extend your time. And a couple years ago, I can't remember how many exactly, they added Barry as one of the characters that you can play as DLC. And one of his moves, like when you hit the enemies in like different parts of their body, whether it's the leg, the shoulder, the head, or whatever, you can go up to them and like do it gives you a prompt to do a melee attack on them. So when you shoot them in the shoulder and you go up to them, the name of the melee attack is called the Barry Sandwich. So they may have removed it from remake, but they brought it back in that game as something else. And basically, all he does is he just like hits them with with his forearm. He hits them back with his forearm. It's kind of lame, but it's still kind of funny at the same time.
It's a neat little reference to the old line.
Basically, yeah.
So, Matt, have you played Resident Evil games? Because I know this Matt has.
I played. Was it 5?
Is that one with Chris and Sheva?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only one I ever played.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you had it on PS3 and we played it at Gavin's house. I remember. You never beat it, did you?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How does it end, you little liar?
Don't you fight Wesker and he turns into like a giant blob thing that you gotta shoot.
Okay.
Sucker. How do you know I didn't Wikipedia that?
I guess they don't say that in Wikipedia. I read it myself.
Yep. So
That's the only one ever.
I can see how that game was pretty good for its time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it holds up that well, having played it only now for the first time.
So maybe the remake is a good like nostalgia
For people who played it.
people who played it and want to play it again.
Yeah, and it's a good example of that type of game that doesn't happen anymore, where you gotta backtrack, get all the keys and whatnot to open certain doors, the inventory management. But that was kind of in Dead Space, where you hoard all the ammo, and then shove it into your little bank. You take it out when you need it.
If you look
I was used to all that stuff.
If you're thinking about it in a certain way, I guess the old style of Resident Evil can be also considered like 3D Metroid, in a way. Especially the first one, especially. I don't know about the second one, because I know the second one takes place in a city.
You're the only one that's played it.
I never played the second one.
Oh, none of us have played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only played a little bit of the first one.
Haven't played the second one.
I haven't played the second one.
Third one.
Well, because every time I tried to play the second one, it would always be on the emulator. But now I noticed the other day that it's on PSN for the PS3, so I might purchase it myself and play it. But
No promises.
yeah, third one I never played, but I've seen it. And then fourth one, yes, I have. That was the very first one.
You guys played
Played
the
it.
shit out of that one.
Yeah. Oh man, that game was so much fun. That's why. And then there's the fifth one.
What are you buying?
Yeah. Yeah, we did play the shit out of that one, didn't we?
I played a little of Resident Evil 4.
Was that when me and Gavin were like playing it a lot?
Yeah, I got to play a little, but I never went through it.
Oh.
But I don't feel like I need to, because a lot of games are like that now. I think Last of Us is basically that game. If it was had a serious story instead of kind of comedic story.
But it doesn't have melee prompts though.
I don't need melee prompts.
Just go beat them up yourself.
Yeah. I can smack people with a 2x4 without prompts.
But then, yeah, and then
4, then 5.
5 I've played and beaten many times.
Do you play 6?
I've played 6. I've never finished it because I just don't like it.
Yeah, apparently people don't like 6 that much.
Yeah, I would play it and beat it if I had someone to play with, but nobody here wants to get it.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
I know Gavin definitely will not get it.
Yeah, no one's gonna see what we just did.
They looked at each other lovingly in each other's eyes.
That is not what we did.
That is
not what we did.
That's not what we did. We took our dicks out and then stared at each other and dared each other to look down. That's what we did.
Crossing swords. They had a little sword fight there, ladies and gentlemen. I was the referee there for a brief 3 seconds.
So that's one of the games I played. But I went back into the archives to play. I also went back and played Persona 4 for the first time a while ago.
You don't say. What
Yeah.
prompted you to play Persona 4?
I don't remember.
Wow.
I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
I know I bought it a year before I actually played it, but I don't know why. I think it was just on sale because I had a coupon for a used game, and I just I guess I'll pick up Persona 4.
Impulse buys.
Yeah, and I'll just keep it for the day that I might actually play this.
Oh, God.
And I finally popped in, and then I was like, oh my god, this is awesome game.
Good.
Oh, so you actually really did like it then?
Yeah.
I guess you would, considering you played all the way and got the fucking
Yeah.
platinum for it.
Yeah. I got like 200 hours in that game. I played it twice. Unlike Resident Evil.
Wow.
And here I thought you played the game because you saw me playing it on Twitch.
No.
God.
I even played.
Oh,
I
well,
even borrowed your Dancing All Night.
That was a good game, right?
Most ridiculous game ever.
Yeah, just because you have no rhythm.
And the text-based story that takes forever to skip.
Yeah. I didn't play it for the text-based story. The story was basically Persona 4 all over again, except with dancers.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play all the songs by myself.
Well, Persona 4, it scratched an itch I didn't know I had. I like that. I like the turn. I guess I like the turn-based RPGs. I haven't played a lot of those.
Really?
Yeah, I guess not.
You never really played like any of the Final Fantasies?
Nope.
Or?
I haven't. I've only played Final
7.
Fantasy 7.
Hmm.
Yep.
Is that really the only RPG you've ever played?
I play other RPGs. I just never played Final Fantasy RPGs.
Oh.
He's played Pokemon.
Yeah, I play Pokemon.
Oh,
That's
well,
a
that's
Pokemon.
not the same. I mean,
It is an RPG.
it is an RPG.
Dude,
From
I was-
Japan.
I was role
It's a
playing.
JRPG.
Role playing as your guy named Matt and your rival named Douchebag. Or were you like everybody else like me and naming them Ash and Gary?
I think I named him Ash and Gary.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was gonna say red and blue, but I was like, no, I think I did Ash Gary.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your favorite part about Persona 4?
Persona 4. It's all the extracurricular activities with your buddies.
Did
And
you
where none of the girls know how to cook. Where usually it's like one of the girls is really good at cooking, all the rest of them suck.
But no, in this one, all of them suck.
Yeah, they all suck.
Well, we never got to see Naoto.
And they corrupt what's her name? Little girl.
Nanako.
Nanako, yeah.
They corrupt her? What do you mean?
They teach her how to cook bad.
Oh.
She's like, the big girls taught me how to make this.
Oh,
Please eat it, Oni-chan.
you actually went that route and tried dating all the girls?
What? No.
Oh.
I think it just happens.
Oh.
Or might just be in Golden, because I know you've never played all through Golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought you only get that scene, what's it called? If you try dating all the girls at the same time or something.
Nope. I got that without doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure there's something extra if you do something like that. Because then, like, Nanako actually says out loud each person's name. Like, oh yeah, she said that I should put this in for this. And then, oh yeah, and she said I should put this in to make it taste better, blah, blah, blah. Or, or add more spice to it and stuff.
Yep.
And then it's like you're forced to eat it because you just can't say no to Nanako.
Yeah. So that was a really good game that I liked.
Too bad you didn't play the vanilla version, man. That vanilla version was so much harder.
Loser.
Well, you mean loser. I'm the one who played the harder version. I'd say I'm better at you than in it.
I played all through Golden. The whole thing.
I played it all through the vanilla version, which was much harder. Didn't have any of this choose your skills when you make your persona. It was all random. Didn't have any of this, what's it called?
Inheritance thingies.
Inheritance, yeah. Didn't have any of this special skills that your partners pick up. Well, it had special skills, but it was like, oh yeah, no, special skills that your partner's personas learn and stuff when you like increase their social link.
Yep.
Yeah, it didn't have any of that. It was so much harder.
It's hard to imagine it without all that stuff.
Yeah, you should try it one day.
Just
Well,
because I was looking through all the changes. There's so much changes.
yeah.
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 Yeah. But anyway, playing that, it got me pumped for Persona 5. I want to play that now.
You want to just play it on here? In a language you don't understand. By the way, I would preface this.
I want to play with that Moonspeak.
I imported Persona 5 from Japan.
Yeah, you weeboo.
I imported it, and I also bought the Japanese version on PSN. So, and I played through a little bit of it, and from the little bit I've played and understood, I actually love it. But I don't intend on beating it because I don't understand anything that's going on. I understand very, very little because I did take Japanese in college.
Bathroom. I know that word.
Yes, exactly. But the game is making me wish that I continued taking Japanese in college because there's so much. It uses so much kanji, and I don't understand kanji. I hate kanji. It's so freaking hard.
It's complicated.
Yes.
Oh, I want to make a Persona joke.
What?
Kanji.
Oh, involving kanji.
Yeah.
By the way, who's best waifu? Tell me now. Who's best waifu?
Best waifu?
I'm putting you on the spot. You better say the right.
Kanji.
Okay. You get a pass.
You accept that answer?
I do accept that answer.
Yes, I like the clueless dullard.
Poor Matt over here. He doesn't understand anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't,
Oh, go play Persona, man.
Yeah, you gotta play Persona 4. It's actually a legit fun game.
Yeah.
If you can set aside time to play it, because I know you work just as much as me anyway.
Oh, I don't know why I like the turn-based so much. I usually play action games and stuff.
Wait, do you have a Vita?
no, I don't have a
Oh.
Vita.
Vita.
Do you want to just borrow mine?
Is it only on Vita?
Yeah.
The golden is only on Vita.
The Golden's only on Vita. If you have PS3, you can get the vanilla one on PS2. I would not recommend playing that one, though. You might as well just play the Golden one.
Could I wait for 5?
You could. Like, all of them are basically in the same universe. They just take place at different times. And there's no real connection between each one. Each of them is its own contained story. They may make references to previous Personas. Like the 4 made references to 3, and I think a couple of 2 and 1. But if anything, it's more like character cameos and maybe names or
That
something.
school you visit in 4, that's from 3, right?
Yeah, that's the school
Yeah.
in 3.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to set aside some time because Pokemon comes out this month.
Look, just prioritize Persona 4 first.
Nope, Pokemon.
You have when does Pokemon come out again? It comes out like
the 18th.
okay, so you have 2 weeks to be Persona 4 coded.
Ooh, that's another thing. I think the new Pokemon is probably gonna do gangbusters because everyone got into Pokemon Go and now they're all pumped to get the new Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy.
It's kind of a good marketing strategy if you think about it in a
Mhm.
way. Was it actually like approved by Nintendo, Pokemon Go?
I
Or
think,
the- or-
I think it was just like produced or published by them, but the Pokemon company actually makes all the games.
Mm.
But yeah.
Like they had to come out and say, they're like, we didn't make Pokemon Go, and then their stock dropped. But like, cause their stock doubled because like everyone was associating Nintendo with Pokemon Go,
Damn.
and I guess they wanted to avoid like a crash. So like, everyone don't get too hype. Because like we didn't like we're not making that much money off of this thing.
Mm. But Niantic, the company that makes or that
Yeah,
made
they made
Pokemon
the app.
Go, yeah, they I'm sure their stock went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or are they
They-
gonna at least get more work?
They had I bet you they imported from their other game that they had, which does the exact same
Yeah.
stuff, but the I guess it's just the gym system in that other game is a little bit different. But that's pretty cool that they were able to get,
Yeah.
Pokemon license and then kaboom. I bet all those microtransactions, they make a buttload of money off of that now.
Did you guys make any microtransactions in that game?
Nope.
No.
I
I
never pay for microtransactions on my phone.
I did.
Oh, I don't do it because I don't trust my phone to be secure.
You guys aren't even gonna ask how much I spent.
What?
Let me see if I
What
can
is-
bring
Okay,
it up.
okay.
How much did you spend
I'll
on
bite,
this
yeah.
free game?
We'll bite.
Matt?
How much did you spend on this free game?
I think I spent about maybe $40 or $60.
Oh
Holy-
my god! If it was less than 20, I would at least understand.
I was honestly expecting triple digits.
Oh no, I would not spend that much. No, I just wanted I think, what's it called? What did I need? I wanted more Pokeballs.
It's
Oh
like-
my god, that's a waste of money.
I wanted more Pokeballs, and I wanted lures.
The only thing that's worth it is incubators,
Well,
because that gives you all the
God.
rare ones that you can't like catch a lot.
I just wanted to. What's it called? I didn't feel like walking. And plus, all the stops around here are so far apart from each other.
Get some exercise, Matt.
I do. I walk my dog.
We gotta go hiking again.
Oh my god, I don't
Get
want to
cramps.
go.
Get cramps and get stuck on the mountain for hours.
As long as we're not going up Cocoa Head again, that was a
It
mistake.
takes so long.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys went.
Yeah, I went on a whim. I was like, I think I can do it, so I brought them with me. And then a quarter of the way up, I was like, I regret this.
Yep, and then I left them behind halfway up.
Yeah.
And I went up to the top and was playing Pokemon Go
The entire
for 30
time.
minutes waiting for them. I went up there and captured a gym, took pictures with Sandshrews,
Wow.
and then they finally got up to the top.
Yeah. And then I played Pokemon Go for a bit. And then there was a couple nearby. I was like, are you guys playing Pokemon Go? And I looked over and I was like, that's the reason why I came up here.
Oh yeah, that's funny that this summer is gonna be remembered as the Pokemon Go summer, even though the app wasn't really that good.
Summer of
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, and I can't believe they still haven't added trading. Like, how many months later?
Yeah, when I went up to Evo, I didn't actually catch any Pokemon. I know you asked me to, but I didn't.
Oh no, I don't. I think they hinted at a possibility of having like a special Pokemon release there, but I don't think it actually happened.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think so too.
They did do the Halloween event where they replaced all the Pokemon spawns with spooky Pokemon,
Spooky Pokemon.
like Ghosts and Cubone and Drowsy.
Cube.
Cubone.
Ooh. Do you know when that ends?
Yeah, it ended.
Oh, okay.
I think it ended this weekend, the beginning of November.
Hmm.
Speaking of Halloween, we did just pass Halloween a couple days ago. What did you guys do on Halloween?
I dressed up at work
What did you dress up as?
as the Pokemaniac.
Did you actually dress up, or did you just dress up as yourself?
No, shut up. I actually dressed up as the Pokemaniac, where he's got the Charizard bottom. So I took I bought a Charmander onesie, and I tied it around my waist so that it's the bottom half. And then I bought a T-shirt that's got that weird Charizard symbol head thing. And then I took all of my Pokemon badges and I put it on my lanyard for
Oh my God.
for my work ID, and I walked around with my 3DS for some Inception deepness. I'm the Pokemaniac playing the game against the Pokemon. Oh, what? Mind blown. Nobody knew what I was. It was awesome.
They're probably like, Matt, what are you?
Yeah. I got a, are you Tigger? Like, God damn it. And then people are like, why don't you like put on the whole costume? And I was like, this is the whole costume. God. But it was cool. I was pretty comfortable at work because it was a onesie.
Because of the onesie.
And it was really soft.
Did you see anybody else from that we know over there
Over there.
that works there? Wait, like, because I know you
Um,
told me a couple people we know work
Oh
there.
no, I only stayed on the office side. I didn't go to the hospital.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Oh, and then the next day, I went to go get coffee, and the hospital CEO, he saw me and he goes, "Saw your costume, nice." And I was like, "Oh!" My coworkers were there, and I turned at them and I gave him this like, this look like, "Oh, he likes my costume, guys." And my costume, my coworkers were giving me the look like, "Oh my God, you're so weird."
Oh, is that all the hospital CEO said to you?
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
man.
walked away with his coffee.
He didn't even say what it was. You should have asked him what he thought it was.
No, he probably doesn't know what it is. I don't think anybody knew what it was.
Wait, so what were you wearing on your top half? Or like shirt wise?
It was a red shirt that the Pokemaniac wears, and it's got like a Charizard symbol thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Did you have a picture of it?
I do.
Are you looking for it right now?
Yes, it's on my Instagrams, but I'm not gonna. It's gonna be weird to share it with everyone, so they'll know.
Who cares what they think? I just want to see it. What did you? By the way, Matt, what did you do for Halloween?
I watched a whole bunch of old scary movies.
Movies, you say?
Yep, lots of movies. I watched two of the Universal Monster movies. Ah, your stupid costume.
It's pretty cool.
Wait, what is he again?
You need bigger thunder thighs, Matt.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna try to do like a hula hoop thing, but
Shove
but
some
I was like,
styrofoam down your pants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I gotta show you a
Okay.
video later.
And then I put all my Pokemon badges on my lanyard.
Yep.
I think I got 4 generations worth. Like it went all the way around.
Oh my god.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
But- Oh, Universal Monsters. I watched The Mummy.
the
The Mummy.
one with
No. The one with Brendan Fraser is actually a remake of the original Universal Mummy.
Is the story
It's kind of it's a
similar?
little the same. It has like the names are the same, but the plot is different.
Oh.
Plot is a little different. Like the mummy comes alive
Mhm.
in the beginning, and then he pretends to be a human. And he's trying to bring back his dead lover, and stuff happens. It's kind of slow a little.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But it was good.
I guess it was good.
It was good for what it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only mummy that I saw was Scorpion King.
What? The only movie I didn't see was the one with Jet Li. The third one, the dragon
The
something.
yeah, dragon something.
I know which one you're talking about, but I didn't see that either.
I also watched I missed most of it, but I saw parts of Dracula. Dracula, and that movie is nothing like you'd think.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird. Like,
Interesting.
basically nothing happens in the movie, but it's like pretty gripping. I was switching between that and the climax of R.I.P.D. and I was more invested in watching Dracula.
So you had no choice. I need to know what happens.
R.I.P.D. sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks so bad that I'm watching nothing happen. It's better. But Dracula, it's actually like a contest of wills between Dracula and old Van Helsing. Like Van Helsing knows that Dracula is a vampire, and he's trying to find his weakness, and then Dracula is like, he's like trying to kill people behind everyone's back so he doesn't get caught.
Interesting.
And he's trying to and they're both like trying to trick information out of each other
Oh,
to kill each other.
it's like a Death Note kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what Gavin said too. Just
Oh,
like Death
well, I
Note.
mean, it is exactly what you described.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's a lot of standing around talking, but it's actually like this, like, I know your secret. It's like, I know too. We're gonna kill you within those witnesses. Yeah, that was a pretty funny movie. I wish I'd been able to see the whole thing.
Was it in black and white?
Yeah, all these old movies are like made in like the 40s.
damn.
Oh, that's also the kind where it also has like really bad camera quality or something.
No, not really. They
No.
they had pretty good cinematography.
Oh,
Yeah, they were the big budget studio films. Yeah, like back in the day, the Universal Monsters were real big. They had their own spin-off with Abbott and Costello.
Really?
Yeah, Abbott and Costello meet the mummy, or meet Dracula, or the werewolf. There was a whole like series of that.
huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then suddenly everyone like dropped monsters or turned them into sparkly versions of themselves.
Yep. Sparkly.
Yep.
Twilight reference. Shut up, Matt.
I also watched House on Haunted Hill. You guys ever heard of that one?
Yes. Wait.
Not the one with what's his name?
Oh,
Not the
no.
color one.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's this really old one with Vincent Price.
Don't even know who that is.
He's the guy.
Which guy?
He's the guy who talks in the weird way. And he's in the
That's so
he's in
general.
he's in the Michael Jackson Thriller.
Oh, the announcer.
oh.
The Landowner.
Ha,
Yeah,
ha,
he's that voice.
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah.
I know what he sounds like.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah,
What's the
it's a
general?
kind of like a mystery thriller, and it's all set in this one house where he's like a millionaire, and then he invites all these people to stay in this supposedly haunted house, and you don't know if the house is actually haunted.
Hmm.
But then, like, I guess this won't be a spoiler, but it's just in case spoiler. Like, you find out pretty quick that him and his wife don't like each other, and the whole time I'm like, I think this is actually a plot of her trying to kill him, and it turns out yes, it's actually like it's actually a plot of them trying to kill each other.
Oh wow.
But then you don't know if the house is actually haunted.
Or so
Like, you don't know what's them plotting and what's maybe ghosts going on.
So it, on a very basic level, it's just like the more modern one, but I guess the plot itself is actually separate or different than the original one.
Huh?
Because did you see the newer House of the Haunted Hill, the modern one?
I saw it when I was really young.
Yeah,
I don't remember most of it.
Yeah, it was basically a contest where they said, "Oh yeah, you just need to survive the night and you win like $1 million or something." And of course, everybody was dropping like flies one by one.
Like dying?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're all like legit dying.
In this one, they don't die.
Oh, okay.
People don't die.
But it's a similar.
Yeah, similar on a basic level. There's like,
But like people get attacked in the hallways. Like, oh, it was a ghost.
yeah, no, and then in the more modern one, I think the house was like a former asylum or something like that for mental patients. And like you even get to see it like in the beginning of the movie where like they all start going crazy and they start just like attacking all the doctors and psychiatrists there.
They could be psychologists too.
Yeah.
Apparently, people didn't like the remake.
Really?
It wasn't that good. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was like the scariest movie I ever saw when I was younger. Because they had a Twitcher, and I hate Twitchers. I think I said this before. But yeah, it had the Twitchers, and the Twitchers just like scare the fuck out of me. Can you imagine seeing that? Like they're walking slowly, and the entire time they're walking, they're just like twitching all over the place, like so violently and stuff. I hate that. It scared the shit out of me.
Damn.
I wonder if that's a thing. If it's like two different types of people, because every time I hear people like going back to our Resident Evil conversation,
Okay.
where people talk about like what makes a scary game, they're always like it's like to make you freak out or loss of control. But then I feel like I'm a different kind of person. Like when I get scared, I hyper focus, and then I summon all my focus to use whatever is at hand. So I don't freak out and throw a controller, whereas like apparently other people do.
Yep.
Did I show you that video of like this guy I follow? His name is Eris, and he was playing PT, and he got so scared.
Sure, it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. But he got so scared that when Lisa came flying across the screen, he was like, "Oh!" Then he threw his controller halfway across the room.
Yeah.
And then he got out of the seat. He was like, "Oh shit! I threw the controller." It was such a memorable thing. One of his mods made a GIF of him like throwing the controller back, and then like they reverse it, and it looks like he's catching the controller again, and he's just doing it again over and over again. It's so great.
Yeah, I wonder if a lot of people who are talking about these scary games are the sort of people who like when they get pranked they freak out, whereas like other people they instinctively punch whatever's trying to scare them.
The fight or flight.
Oh.
And they fight.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more like on the fight side, where if someone were to come at me, everything would slow down, and I would grab them and then push them away,
Yeah.
rather than just crumple.
I don't know what I would do.
And I wonder if that's why I'm
I would run.
not scared by scary games as much, or it might just be because I'm trained to buy all these games to never lose your cool.
You're just
And it's
numb,
always
you're
you
just
just gotta push through. I'm gonna die if I lose this controller. Ah, bring all the guns to bear.
I'm trying to think. I think there was like a scary game I played once. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was so scary, and I was with other people. But it was so scary when I was playing. I threw the controller down and I ran away, and I didn't want to come back and look at the TV screen. And then I was being made fun of. I just can't remember who it was with though. Maybe it was Michael Field. I don't know. You guys remember him?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie that's actually made me scared that was supposed to make me scared. Like I've like when I was a kid, I was scared of like kids movies for like because like it was kind of scary.
Like what?
But it wasn't supposed to be scary. Like
Kids
you know
movies?
yeah like you know when you're like 5 and you're just like irrationally scared of like something in a movie.
Like what? Like what were you scared of?
I was irrationally scared of the Fern Gully movie.
What?
Because what's his name was super creepy.
What? Robin Williams?
No, what's his? He was in Rocky Horror Picture. He was in House on Haunted Hill. What's his name? I keep wanting to say Tom Petty, but it's not it.
I want to say James Woods, but I know that's wrong.
Oh my god! I should
But
know
you-
this. I should know this.
You're talking about the sludge guy, though, right?
Yeah.
You know, for the longest time,
Yeah,
I
it
actually-
was super creepy when I was a kid. I didn't want to watch that movie, and I was also for people in Hawaii, I was scared of the consolidated opening.
Oh,
that they play.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't want to watch it
There's
as a kid.
There's
And I know I've heard like other people say that too. Like, oh my
Yeah,
god, that's so
Kimmy-
scary. Why do they show this in theaters?
Kimmy said she was scared of that opening.
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. I think it was her.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't think I was nearby when she said that. That's funny.
Yeah, you were never just like scared of like random things when you were a kid. Like things that make no sense in retrospect.
When I was I don't know what it was, but my mom said I was scared of some yellow bear. It's not Winnie the Pooh. It was like there was like some
Was it a Care Bear?
no, it was like some computer game that my parents bought.
Was it
and they,
Freddy?
And they teach you like they teach I don't know, it teaches you like reading or something. And apparently I was scared of it, and my mom and my mom has a giant Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
Stuffed Pooh Bear, and she thought for the longest time that I was scared of that, because I was scared of some yellow bear, and then yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was scared of some things, but the only thing that I can think of that I was irrationally afraid of was, like I said, zombies. And that was when I was like in...
That's a rational fear though.
No, but like the things I would do to avoid seeing it, though, was
Oh.
irrational.
Your actions.
Yeah. Like, I remember a friend of my mother's, her son was a grade above us at Marino.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
You put the puzzles together?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, he was. I ended up becoming his friend because I met him through my mom's friend, and every once in a while I would go over their house after school, and then my mom would come and pick me up from over there, because I wasn't in after school care or something like that. I don't know, but I was on somewhat good terms with him because he was also a gamer. And I would always play video games at his house while I waited for my parents to come pick me up. And then I know one time I was gonna go sleep over, and their house was big. They had like 2 rooms dedicated to video games, and
What?
yeah,
2 rooms?
yeah, they had a really big house. It was
Damn.
ridiculous. This was like out in Kaimaki area. Let's see, it was me, my friend, one of his friends, and my friend's younger brother. So there was 4 of us.
Okay.
And the younger brother would always want to play like games with me and stuff because his brother wouldn't want to play with him. So I would play, every once in a while I would play with him. It was like whatever, it's fun. But that night when I slept over, this was after I developed an irrational fear of zombies, and he ended up learning about it, and he told me, "We're gonna play Zombies Ate My Neighbors upstairs. Don't come upstairs if you don't wanna look at it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." So, he would be upstairs. They would be playing, and I'd be downstairs playing the shitty kid games with the younger brother and stuff, like 2-player games. And then like every once in a while, I would think about it. And when I went to go use the restroom at one point, I went upstairs and I peeked over the stairs. And I was watching them play, and then I got scared, and I went back downstairs, and I was sitting outside the house because I didn't want to look at it anymore because that was the game that gave me my fear of zombies. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, like yeah, I played that game, and then like just seeing all my neighbors die from zombies just terrified me to no end. And the game itself, have you ever heard that game, Zombies Ate My
It
Neighbors?
sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
But
Like-
I've never actually seen it.
Like it's like the way the game is, it's like it's a very upbeat style of game. It's very colorful. It's in no way supposed to be like a horror game, but it is. And like even the box art for it is very 90s. You see like the young boy with the sunglasses and like the tall hair with the sidewards cap and like really loud and loud clothing that he's wearing. And then you see like the Susie Jane female counterpart wearing like 90s clothes too and stuff. So there was like seriously no reason for me to be scared of it, but just for some reason seeing my neighbors drop one after another being eaten by these zombies just terrified me. Made me think, oh my god, these people are dying because I couldn't save them. They're becoming zombies because I couldn't save them in time and they're dying, and now I'm going to get a terrible score.
Terrible score. You had to sneak that one in there, huh?
That's the worst thing of all.
No. So
That was legit.
So if a zombie apocalypse breaks out, go to Matt's house because we know that he won't let us down because he doesn't want a low score.
And that was the beginning of my fear. What ended up nurturing my fear was one day I went with the same friend. I went to a movie theater. I don't remember which one. We went to a movie theater, and inside, you know how movie theaters back then, they had like arcade cabinets, yeah?
Oh yeah,
That was when I saw House of the Dead for the first time.
dude, that thing like landed on your mouth.
Yep, fly.
Oh. Whatever.
Whatever.
Okay.
House of the Dead.
So that was my very first time here seeing House of the Dead after hearing about it for like weeks on end from this friend. And when I was standing there and looking at it, and I was seeing all these zombies coming right at me, and then all of a sudden getting their faces blown off by the demo play. After seeing that, I was like shaking. I couldn't stand the idea of that I was in the same building as this arcade cabinet because I was afraid the zombies were going to come out of it and attack us in the movie theater. So it took like a lot of convincing from my friend and his mom to come inside the movie theater and watch the movie. And that's how bad my fear of zombies was.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've never been afraid of like anything that was supposed to be scary. I even as a kid I watched Night of the Living Dead, and I was like, oh, this is an awesome movie. Even though it's black and white.
Damn.
I like this movie.
Yeah.
And I like scary games. I just play them. I remember when when we were in like grade school, everyone was scared of The Ring, and then we finally sat down to watch it, and Kyle was there, and he wouldn't watch the movie because he was so scared.
Really?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe it was Carson.
Yeah,
I wonder if he
I
was
didn't
there
watch
too.
it.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of us. And I think maybe I was the only one that hadn't watched it, and everyone else was so scared, and I was watching it, and I'm laughing at the damn thing because it's so funny. It's like all most modern horror movies are like just comedies to me because they're also like really stupid things happen in them. Like in The Ring, I was like laughing so hard because the horse died, because it died in such a stupid way.
Oh.
like it's scared of something and it falls off a boat.
Oh wow.
I was like, what is this movie? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, they got chopped up by the boat's rotors.
Yeah, this might as well be Final Destination.
Yeah. Hearing it sounds awful though. Like I can't imagine seeing it for the first time. Like if I hadn't heard about it from you guys, I probably would have been like, "Oh my god!" Because I can't stand it when animals die in movies.
It's like hilarious death. It's like there's nothing horrific about it.
And you're
It's
not
just hilarious.
You're not really attached to the horse in any way. So
Nope, it's just a horse on a boat and
it just happens.
Oh man. Going back to my fear of zombies though.
I even like what's it called? I was watching Halloween. I was like, oh yeah, Mike Myers. It's an awesome movie.
You know, every time anybody,
I like all those slasher movies.
anytime anybody ever brought up Mike Myers, like I always think the actor.
Mike Myers.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like, oh my god, he
Killed
was
by
in that
Austin
movie?
Powers.
Yep.
He
Killed
was
by Shrek.
Yeah.
Killed by Doctor Evil.
Yeah, like for the longest time I didn't know that, and then like I looked it up and I was like, oh no, it's like actually two different people. What do you know?
What do you know? Going back to your fear of zombies.
Going back to my favorite zombies before I was so rudely interrupted. Anyway,
Speaking of horror movies,
I ended up getting over that.
I didn't
fear.
watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
I swear to God,
until
man.
a couple years ago.
I will bring out this baton and I will hit you with it. And it's not a very good feeling. Anyway. I ended up getting over that fear because...
Resident Evil.
No.
Because you can shoot him.
Huh?
What?
Because you could shoot him?
Because you could shoot them. No, like I don't remember how long it was. I want to say it was almost a year, maybe more than that. I was just like terrified of zombies. One day I was just like... But like, it was like the more I looked at it though, the more I looked at the game House of the Dead, like the more it just like I couldn't turn my eyes away from it. It's like one of those things, you know, you see something, you don't want to see it, but it just intrigues you to the point where you got to keep looking at it. Like Two Girls, One Cup, or Meat Spin.
That's another thing. I always hear about like all these like viral videos that everyone was all grossed out by. I've never seen them, but I'm pretty sure I've seen like worse. I don't get what the point, why everyone's all freaked out. I guess everyone's like super vanilla.
Like
Yeah.
Tub Girl.
It's like, I've seen scat porn.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
At this point, if you were to look at it, you realize just how weak it is compared to other things you've seen. Like I look back at every once in a while I go to watch Meat Spin, not because I'm gay or anything, but
just for a little refresher to make sure that you don't forget.
Yep, you know, you can bring that up apropos of nothing.
But like it's funny because like depending on where you find it, they'll have like a little counter for every
For every
time.
spin that you've sat through?
Did it always have that? Am I thinking the same thing, or it has the "you spin me"?
Yeah, I've
around
seen that
the-
one.
Yeah, that's the same one. But
Oh my god! Don't hit the mic.
trying to get this bug out of here. But yeah, it's the same one. So you spin me right around, baby.
Yeah.
And then like it has a little counter for every spin.
How many?
After the 50th spin, it says you are officially gay.
Wow.
It's great. It's great. I love looking at it. Like I want to beat my high score.
Beat my ass.
I still hear people like on podcasts and stuff. They're like, oh, this is so horrifying. Don't Google it. But I don't know. It's kind of.
It's like you just gave an
tame.
open invitation. Oh, really?
Yeah, it feels kind of tame.
Like what?
What?
What, like Lemon Party?
Yeah, all this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, Lemon Party. Like I don't know. Like I mean,
It's like I'm sure I've seen worse.
like if you were to look at something like Lemon Party, like you'll get over the shock factor really fast. It's like
Okay, I can see where some people be
Yeah.
into this. Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't have that horrified reaction that most people have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like okay, some gay stuff.
Yeah.
Some poo.
Some poo.
Everybody poos.
Everybody, but not everybody eats it. But I guess some people are okay with it, and others are really excited about it.
Oh, the stories, Matt. All the stories we could tell you.
Yeah.
From Reddit.
Yeah.
All the Reddit stories about people saving poo and condoms.
What?
Yeah, there's some crazy stories.
Dang.
They're way worse than that.
Or like, have you seen the one where the guy puts like a glass jar up his butt,
And
I
it
feel
breaks.
and then the glass
breaks.
it breaks in his butt.
okay, I
and-
feel like
and
I've
it's-
heard about it.
And it's like bleeding, and then he has to pull all the shards out of his.
I kind of feel like I heard about this.
That sucks. And then it just makes your butthole tighten. Like I don't know.
It makes your butthole tighten and it makes
do
you
not
wish.
enter.
Makes you hope that there's nothing in there, nothing
Yeah.
glass related in there right now as you're tightening your butthole.
Man.
Yeah, I see like a lot of like hentai where they do like a lot of bondage stuff like that, where it's like sticking like a little glass beaker up the girl's butt and stuff. So it's like if I were to see that and like in real life, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen this before in animated form. As long as there's no blood, I'm fine.
Yeah.
What's the worst have you seen?
Probably that.
But the glass thing.
Yeah.
You ever seen
I've
Two
seen-
Girls, One Cup?
Yeah.
I've seen lots of butt geysers.
I've seen like
People doing that stuff.
like Tub Girl.
Oh yeah. Is that the one where
Ugh.
she's like on her head and she has her bottom half like in the sky,
And then it
goes into her
Yeah.
mouth.
geyser. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that
Or
one.
have you seen Squid Girl?
I don't think so.
She's got like a squid in her vajayjay.
All that stuff.
And then she
Yeah.
pushes it out, and it's still alive.
Oh god.
Yeah, people do that stuff. They put like fish and whatnot, or eels.
Pretty
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know. That sounds kind of unsettling, but I don't think it would disgust me that much.
Like, this is unsanitary.
Yeah, I'm more concerned for
Yes.
their health than anything. That is the unsettling part of it.
I don't think people are actually turned on by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the very first time I saw Two Girls, One Cup. I think I was grossed out, but I don't think I was all that grossed out. I was just like, ooh.
It's like, well, at least there's boobies in this.
Yeah, but then I think halfway through I was like, I was kind of over the shock factor already. I will tell you though, the one thing that I did see that it didn't gross me out that much, but it did make me fear that the FBI might be coming crashing through my door.
Is?
Yeah. Does Boku no Pico ring a bell?
No.
No.
You never heard of
Never
that?
heard of that?
No.
Boku no Pico.
Oh, is that the next thing we should show Matt?
Probably.
We should probably show that after this podcast is over.
Hit that like button.
And then
We can sit here and watch all 3 episodes.
there's episodes?
It's just 3.
How long are they?
I wanna
Like 30
say-
minutes.
Yeah, like standard.
It's an OVA.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an OVA series.
Do I have to watch the whole thing?
Sure, we could.
No.
We
It's okay. No FBI is gonna come crashing through my door because it's technically considered art, art and expression, and you can't silence that because that would be illegal.
America. Yep.
I don't know. You guys want to wrap it up then?
sure.
We were
Sounds
going
good.
hour and a half.
Yep.
All right, so I guess that's the end of our podcast for now. We're gonna go be gay and watch gay things for a little bit. We'll probably play with each other's butthole and stick glass things inside of there. I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
Bye.
Bye.